What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Days with Wade. It's been a little while since I've said that. We are 5 months into raising our little baby Leo. So I've just done absolutely nothing for the business, which, I'm quite ashamed of, to be honest. Obviously, this has been such a good passion project of mine, and I'm been really excited to see it grow. But for the last 5 months, I've been using this excuse, which would be somewhat valid. Maybe I've stretched it out a little bit too far, but obviously being a first-time parent, working full-time as well as trying to build this, so I definitely give myself a little bit of leeway, but just today I think I hit that point where I was like, enough's enough. I need to get off my ass and start doing this again. So I've come up with a few new plans on how we're going to get back on the horse. So as you might have seen on my YouTube channel, I've got a few videos which are called How to Look Good in Your Underwear. So I'm going to bring that series back, but I'm toying with the idea of just like wearing like the ultimate underwear and just an apron as well. Just maybe it might be a bit funny. And I've been really getting into the Mediterranean diet. I think that is just the best diet that you can be on. It's been tried and tested. I know there's all these trends out there of what's trendy and this and that, but I think that, you look at all the blue zones and all the just that diet has been around for thousands of years. So I just think it's tried and tested. I love it. It's tasty and it makes me feel good. So I've got a few different cookbooks on Mediterranean Greek cooking. So I want to, and I'm quite a fan of cooking as well. So how to look good in your underwear just makes sense. My next plan is to go to the farmers market. There's some local farmers markets in the area and just sort of selling the underwear in some stalls. I would never, ever go back to a digital marketing agency or do any sort of Facebook or Google advertising. I just think that is just the absolute worst way to get your brand out there, unless you have a significant amount of money that you can put up front. But if you're in e-commerce, you probably don't have that much money because you've bought all the stock. So definitely don't need to be paying anyone to blast my credit card to Facebook and Google to get the name out there. I think there's definitely other ways. I'm a salesperson myself. I do sales in my regular job. So I thought, I am a walking, talking Google and Facebook, so why not try my luck at a farmer's market? So they're the kind of the plans for the business at the moment. Doing these talking head videos, these updates, I think is going to be quite good. Possibly, I was talking to one of my friends, Cannon. He was just saying how I could probably do a weekly vlog as a short, which is something that, kind of interesting. So I'm just kind of playing with these ideas on how to sell this stock in the most organic and scalable way as possible. Now, look, guys, and I'm going to be real with you, there's a very good chance that once I sell through all this stock, I might just call it quits on the business. And I know that might be a shock to some of you guys, but, it just depends on how I'm going to go in these next few months with this content and with the farmers market. I don't ever want to be tied to a business like a slave. And if it's kind of just not panning out the way that, that it should be, that I may consider just pulling the whole thing. Obviously, I would like not to do that because I've had so much fun with Ultimate Underwear Club. I've we've done a lot of funny skits, and I just think that wouldn't that just be the dream of having your own business where, you made the product, you designed it and did everything, and you're making, skits and content and just having a ball with your own business. Like, isn't that the dream? A lot of us, I know we have jobs and things like that, but like, if you can be paid to live creatively and make your own content and promote something that you created, I think that's just deep. Like, it serves some fundamental deep desire in us, I think, as humans, to have this creative outlet. So, but look, I'm being realistic as well. Like, could this be the thing that makes me quit my job and go full time? It could be, but like at the same time, I think as entrepreneurs, I think I'm definitely, I would consider myself an entrepreneur. You've got to have that fine line between like you believing in it, and just kind of being realistic as well, being like, okay, look, maybe this business idea didn't work out. What's the next one? So I'm very aware of both sides, but at this stage, like I'm kind of in the mode now where I just want to try everything I can possible to get the brand out there, to get the name out there. But I could fail, and that's a real thing. And look, if I just get through all the stock and I only just get through, I don't know. I don't know if I could order another batch of stock, is what I'm saying, because it's hard. E-commerce is not easy. And, I just thought, like you can sell it, like Grant Cardone puts it perfectly. He's like, anything that you want to do in life, visualize it and imagine it being 10 times harder in your brain to accomplish. And that's definitely something that I should have done, because I didn't realize how hard it would be to try and sell underwear in a very competitive market. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. Sometimes when you're an entrepreneur, you just need to go for it, and I'm going for it. And look, I don't know if it's going to work out. I don't know if it's not going to work out. I'm just saying, like, you've got to be realistic with yourself sometimes, and sometimes you've got to call things a day. But we're definitely not there at the moment. That's why we're back, and we're going to be starting all this stuff up again. But look, at the end of the day, in life, I was just saying I was talking to Cannon today, and I was just saying, like, look, man, if I didn't experience any success in my life, but I tried my hard, just say hypothetically, for the rest of my life, I try really, really hard. I try all these different things and I don't see any success. I wouldn't be down on myself. I'd be like, you know what? I tried my hardest, and that's all. That's all that you can really control. At the end, when it's all said and done, you tried your hardest, and you can die knowing that you did your best, and no one can take that away from you. Whether you win, lose, or draw, you tried your best. I know that might sound a bit cheesy, but it's true. Like, if you tried your best, there's nothing else you can do. I had this thought as well I wanted to share with you just on the fly. So I had this thought the other day about how your youth is alone. What do you mean by that? So when you're 20, you got maybe $20 million, of time. And every year that goes past, you give back a million here, a million there, and you don't notice it, right? Because you're just like, man, I'm a multimillionaire. I don't care. But now I'm turning 33 this year, and it's kind of now or never for me. I feel I feel this, not desperation, but I feel this urgency, because I never want to get complacent in my life. I always want to be striving, even though I've got my hands full with a lot of different things. I always want to be, even if I take one step forward a month, at least I'm getting closer to my goal. So I think our job with the time that we have is to do things that are going to create a return on your investment. So, and that's why I don't mind taking a bit of a step back from all this, raising a family, is because that is just something that I've always wanted to do, and it's something that I value, especially after going through it, very highly. I honestly don't think there's anything else. Like, what else is there to do? Like, you can have your opinions whether you're going to have kids or not. All this like ideas of success and money and things like that float through my brain, at least. It's only it's a means to an end, really. It's your ability as a man to provide for your family. That to me is just the end game. I don't want to be driving around in a Lambo and living this ridiculous social media lifestyle. I'd just like to have enough to thrive, not survive. Who wants to be surviving, but to thrive, of course. If someone wants to give me a Lambo, I'm not going to say no. But so that's kind of where I see all this sort of stuff. And so I would never try and sacrifice my family life and all these sorts of things, hustle, grind, entrepreneur culture to make something like this grow. But I don't actually think that that's required. I could be wrong, but I think there's this narrative being pushed that, in order to be successful, you have to be sacrificing all this and that. Like, if you want to get in shape, you don't go to the gym 12 hours a day. It's just a little bit over time. It's small actions into over a long period of time. So, and once you see the way broadly, you can see it in all things. So if you're having success in areas, it's going to be a similar way to get successful in that area as well. So look, I'm back. I'm going to be making content, cooking, farmers market, talking head videos, updates like this. But we're going to be consistent, but we're not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater, literally. And we're going to see how we're going to go. So that's it, guys. A little bit of an update for you guys, just to let you know where I've been, what I've been doing. I've been slack. I'm calling myself out. If there's anything that you have been slack on, let me know in the comments below. We all have the best ability to BS ourselves on the things that we know we should be doing. Say what you will about Jordan Peterson, but he said something like, if you did the things that you were meant to do by your own metrics, whatever you decide, it's not some teacher or parent or telling you what you need to do, what you think you need to do yourself. If you did that over the course of a few years, what would you be like? And that's something I want to leave for you guys. What would you be like if you did the things that you knew you were meant to do? So these are the things that I'm meant to do. I'm going to do it. I'm starting from scratch. Again, it's humbling. It's humbling when you have a break from things and you've got to get back on the horse. And I encourage you guys to not to be a spectator, to actually go in and do things. Holly is watching Love Island at the moment, watching Love Island every day. I get caught up in it sometimes because sometimes you just can't look away at what they're screaming and yelling about. But, I just kind of found it interesting. Like, we watch these people on TV and we judge them and we laugh at them. And there was a guy on there who they were doing a talent show and he was like a Muay Thai guy, like kicking pads, and it was a bit cringy, but you know what? He ended up doing a high kick and he fell over and it was like pretty embarrassing for him. But then I thought, you know what, man? I respect this guy. Like, everyone in the country, England and maybe Australia as well, is just laughing at this guy. Like, what a clown. He fell over. Must be so embarrassing, right? Mate, he is on Love Island. He's on the show. He's doing it. He's living his life. What are you doing? Are you living your life? Could you do what he did? I know he's fallen over and he looks like an idiot, but is that a lot better than what some of us are doing? We're just watching it on TV. What are we doing with our lives? That's something I want to leave with you guys, is don't be a spectator. You know, don't be caught up in this sport or this athlete's life, or just don't idolize people. I would encourage you just to not so much idolize yourself, but get obsessed with your own life. What are you doing? Don't be a spectator. And that's exactly what I'm doing, you know, sitting here talking to you and trying to sell this underwear as well. And I'm going to hopefully take you guys along for the ride and maybe inspire a few of you guys. Maybe you guys might be going through the similar thing. You know, you're a man, you feel the need to provide for your family, and you're just working hard trying to make ends meet. So guys, if you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button and hit subscribe, because we're going to be doing more updates like this. We're going to be doing some cooking and a few other things that I have in store. So that's about it. I've probably been talking a bit too long. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.